Hey everyone, happy whatever day you're watching this. I've been having a few thoughts lately I just kind of wanted to share. I thought it might serve as an encouragement to some people, maybe going through a bit of a hard time. We see a lot of posts and memes and little quotable quotes on things like Facebook and the internet, places here and there. And a lot of it is about not living in the past and not dwelling in the past or thinking about past mistakes and things like that. And think about now and think about your future and be better than you were. And although there is some wisdom to that, I want to challenge that and say that it's not necessarily always the best route to take, that we should think about our past sometimes and reference the past, and even oftentimes think about our past mistakes, because we are essentially the culmination of our past, whether our victories and our successes or our failures and our mistakes. All of those things contribute to who we are now and enable us to become better. A lot of people already understand that we learn more from our mistakes than we do our successes, and I'm a big believer in that. And oftentimes I think about my past mistakes and failures, or something I said that I shouldn't have said, or in a way I shouldn't have said it, and that's what enables me to become better now and in the future. So let me just take that and kind of set that aside for a moment and kind of switch lanes here. Something I'm getting a lot of, and this is of no credit to myself, honestly, is people commenting on my disposition as I'm going through this year of, everything I'm going through, and how positive I am, and that I'm still at work, I'm still working out, I'm still taking clients, and I can still laugh and joke and kind of enjoy life to some degree. And also people commenting specifically on my faith, that I have this great faith in God, and I'm trusting God, and how encouraging this is to see. And I'm glad that it can be encouraging, but again, it's really of no credit to myself. So I want to share with you some things as far as this disposition of mine that seems to be so surprising to people, and what the key is. So now I want to kind of meld those two things together. We read in the Bible a lot, especially in the Old Testament, about people building monuments and people building types of altars and things to the Lord. And it's oftentimes by the Lord's command. We see people being delivered. We see miracles being enacted and people going through these experiences of deliverance. And God says, I want you to erect these stones. I want you to make a monument. I want you to build this. I want you to build that. God is also reminding people, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am the God that brought you up out of the land of Israel. I am the God that delivered you. So why are these altars being built? Why is God constantly reminding people of what he has done? Is it because he's vain, conceited, arrogant, and he wants attention and needs it? No, God doesn't need anything from us. He is complete. He is perfect. He is whole. He is lacking in nothing. So whether we praise him or we don't, it doesn't really affect him in a certain way. The reason we build these monuments and these pillars to commemorate what he's done, the reason he's constantly reminding us that I'm the God that delivered you, it's for our benefit, not for his. It serves as a reminder. It serves as an encouragement. So when the Israelites were facing these giants, or they were trapped between the sea and the army, they can look back at those times of faithfulness and encourage them that as God did not leave them high and dry then, he's not going to leave them or forsake them now. So you got, little Israelite Timmy, Grandpa, why are those stones there? What is that for? Well, let me tell you, that's the time that God saved us. What about that pillar? What's that about? That's the time that God delivered us. We were in this hard place, and these enemies were closing in, and God saved us. He delivered us. So it's so important to remember those things, okay? Not about the mistakes and browbeating ourselves about the times we screwed up, but as God's faithfulness to us, that he delivered us, that he saved us. And so when we're facing these juggernauts now, oh my gosh, the situation is so dire. What am I going to do? Lord, help me. Well, we have to look back on those times when things were just as frantic then, and we felt just as desperate and helpless then, and God was faithful to deliver us. So whether you journal or you just keep a very strong mental log, it is so important to look back on those times and see when God was faithful. He delivered us. He saved us. He was there. He didn't forsake us. That's the point of the reminder of I am the God who did this. I am the God who did that, of erecting these stones and these monuments, because as we're going through these times, it just serves as such an encouragement. That's my secret. That's my key. It's not about me having such great faith. It's not about me willing myself to be positive and think positive and to lie to myself and try to trick myself into believing things are going to be good. No, I'm simply looking back to the past, looking back at what God has done for me, those times when I was struggling and I didn't know what to do and I didn't know where God was. And He set my feet on solid ground. He delivered me. He saved me. So as many times as He's done in the past, He hasn't brought me here just to say, see ya, sorry, can't do it this time, or I'm too busy. No, I don't know how He's going to do it. I don't know when He's going to do it. I don't know what it's going to look like. And the process isn't fun. You don't have to enjoy it. You don't have to be some kind of, masochist and enjoy these struggles and smile through them, right? And I got the joy of the Lord. No, just hang on. Look back to the past. Be encouraged. Trust that God is going to come through now just like He did then. God is the friend that you ask to take you to the airport. Okay, we all have friends, and some are great people and they're fun to be around, but they're not the friends we would ask to take us to the airport. We have other friends that we would ask to take us to the airport. When something is important, we need to be there on time, we need someone to come through. There are certain friends that we know that we can ask because they will be there. How do we know? Because they've been there. They've proven themselves faithful. And God is that friend who we can rely on to take us to the airport. So again, that's my secret. That's my key. That's what I'm doing. I do find encouragement in the Bible, certain verses. But the Bible is a book, this big, huge book that's written to everyone, right? So it's kind of like non-specific sometimes. And we don't necessarily feel like, well, that's for me. I just draw most of my encouragement from what God has done in my life, because those are the times He's reached down from heaven and He's shown His hand in my life. Out of the billions of people on this planet, God has worked in my life. He's shown Himself faithful to me. And so, yes, again, the Bible is encouraging, but it's these experiences that I can look back on and say, that was the time God looked upon me. He knew my name. His hand was working in my life. So just some thoughts there. I hope they're encouraging to some of you out there who are struggling, going through a hard time. Live in the past for a few minutes. Okay, remember those times God was faithful, because He's going to be faithful again. And that's all I got. Hope you're encouraged. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Hey everyone. So this is about 2 days after I just filmed that video. As I was editing, I was actually spending some time on the phone with my insurance company. So I wanted to share something fantastic with you. So when I came back from Arizona, taking a week off, I came back to a bill, a very large bill from UCLA, who's doing my chemotherapy treatments. And I want to show you this bill, okay? I don't know if it's going to get too clear here. This is a bill, all these charges. Okay, let's see if I can get the total in here. I don't know if you can really see that, but let me read this total. The total of this bill is $41,614.55. I don't have $41,000. So that's a bit of a problem. So I called my insurance company and I spoke with them about all of this. And so the waters were rising, the waves were kind of rough, to come home and see a bill like that. And that's after insurance charges had been kicked in. Because the original bill was like $84,000. $87,000, that's the original bill. $87,000. And it was knocked down to $41,000. So a big chunk taken down, but still I don't have that kind of money. And it was due in about a week. So I called my insurance company, I talked with them about this, blah, 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 blah. And I could have got upset, I could have got nervous, but again, I relaxed, looked back, God's going to take care of this. So I spoke with my insurance company, spent a few hours on the phone. They spoke with whoever they needed to speak to at UCLA. And bottom line at this point, I have been told to disregard this bill. So this right here, this giant that I've been told to disregard, I'm not going to throw it away, because this is now a monument. I'm going to keep this, okay? Because this is a testament to God working in my life, to God working in our lives. So I just wanted to share that really important update. It was really cool, praise God, just to see him working, you know, just doing this video on this very theme, and then God comes and gives me a new monument. So again, I hope that encourages you, and I'll see you next time.